All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode. I'm Taps.
No,
Yeah. So once again, guys, we're back with another CPL, just kind of a roundup. Once again, the CPL roundup. And once again, all the teams were in action. Some people finally lost. We're not gonna say who. And yeah, and some people still haven't won. We're not gonna say who too as well. But yeah, good run of games again. And we're just gonna go take it from the top. So Atleti. Last game was York. Wasn't the best game. First half
it
was
was it was a Brian Wright revenge tour.
bro.
Bro came back looking for blood.
Every time he pops up, bro. Every time he pops up back in the city, bro, he scores. And kudos to him. That's my guy. So like he's having a good season. But bro, why always against us? But good game on their half. Well, good first half. They just pounced on the mistakes. They really didn't even do much, really. But kudos to them because like every time they look like they're going forward, it looked like they were gonna go score. But Atleti, finally lost. And I just think this just kind of shows that a plan B is needed. So once again, like the way the I would say the rotation and the way we kind of set up from when Salter's in and from Del Campo is totally different. And I just think kind of the personnel need to be moved around because once again, there's a player in every like there's a player there, but once again, we just kind of need to play to his strength when he's on. And we just need some more pace on the wings. So once again, it's just kind of like I'll just say the recruitment was good. Dos Santos, once again, he's down until he comes back. There's some rumors about some other players we won't get into, but I just feel like once again, just a plan B. We just whether we can just see whether we play Del Campo and Salter. Once again, maybe play Balu down as the false nine. Once again, we got pace with Roy and Sako too as well. And I just want to kind of see like I don't really think we use all our subs too as well. So it's kind of like once again, it's a speed bump. There's still like a 5 point gap, whatever. But once again, just need to really respond in the next game and respond well. But looking good. But once again, just needs to like once again have that finishing product. That's all Atleti need right now, finishing product, and to like once again like put their foot on the neck, putting the foot on the neck of the opponent, and just get the dub in front of the
That's the
dub.
thing, man. Like Del Campo and Salter are completely different nines. Like
Yeah,
they've each got their own strength. They've each got their own weaknesses. But like
yeah,
Del Campo fully is like link the play, like bit of fluidity through the final third kind of thing. Salter it
yeah,
literally is just get the ball into the penalty box.
yeah.
And like it seems like when Salter starts, we're still playing as if Del Campo's up top. And that just doesn't play to his strengths.
That's the thing because once again, Del Campo, like that's why I'm saying maybe like maybe play. I would say them off because that's another thing. We've always had this kind of two striker system in Atletico where it's like we have two. I would say you could just say like quality, like uh like first team strikers, debatable. But it's always like we had Shaw and Wright, and then last season we had like Del Campo, we had Salter, and we had Shaw. And we had Shaw out even playing left back too as well. So it's just kind of like, who's your first team striker? Like, who's the number one? All right, cool. Then the number two, like, let's get him confidence, get him going. Because once again, a fox in the box, you just need to feed him. So that's why I'm just saying, move the midfield pieces, the midfield attacking too. Let's see Ollie on the left too. Just move around during the thing because once again, like it looks like once Atleti concede, it's like getting back in the game. It's like it takes a lot. And then when we finally get the
Yeah.
goal, it's like a little too late. But once again, we've only had like 2, 3 examples of this on the season on a seven, like play 10 games so far. So once again, just really just have to move on to the next game. But tough
Yeah.
luck, man. Tough luck.
I just want to see a little bit of something different. Like
Yeah.
in the game against York this on Saturday. Like we were 2-0 down. Dedic gets the goal back, which is it was a bit fluky, a bit lucky. We take it, but then from there we should change the setup and start pressing, get on the front foot, and try to get back into the game, as opposed to just sticking with what we had. Like
That's the thing. And like putting Sissoko once again right back is like when he gets the ball in the middle, he carries the ball and then he's looking for like the 1-2, the connection. So it's just like that's when it comes to like rotation wise, because once again, I'm saying we have Roy over here and he's been here for 3 years and I've seen him play X amount of games. So now it's just kind of like, okay, I've seen him play X amount of games. He looks like, I would say, a good talent. I would just say, though, listen here, it's once again, it's against York. I understand once again, it's beginning of the season. We need to kind of like, I would say, um, get the points on the board to get the leaderboard. But like once again, rotations like players in their position is not bad. But moving like Sissoko to right back and then stuff like that, I'm just like, you know what? Like experimentations are good, but like let's stick. We have a squad, a full squad for a reason. But once again, in cargo we trust. Uh,
It's the first loss of the season. It's not anything to get
that's the
worked up
thing.
or worried about. But like you just don't want this to become a recurring theme. Like
That's the thing,
you
and
don't
that
want to lose X amount of games purely because you're too stubborn to have a plan B. Like
and that's the thing. So when we look back at last season, that's the kind of thing that kind of like stuck with us, where it was just like, um, there's no plan B, and already seeing it already early this season, and it's stuff that we kind of called up on. So it's just kind of like, okay, like we know everything's going to be good, but it's like once you watch the game and you see everything else, you're like, we could have won that game. And those are the games
yeah,
we don't want to look towards the end of the season and say, okay, now we're in playoffs and we're in an unfavorable position. Like, let's try keep the thing and invincible season off, but once again, we can go.
right. Invincible seasons are overrated.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm
Doesn't
telling
count for anything.
you. Yeah, yeah. We need a little strife for that prime documentary. A little drama here and there. Now we're gonna go to Pacific. So they won, I think they won 3-2. They won 3-2. I think they
I
did.
think so.
But Pacific, once again, it's like injuries here, they have knocks here, but they're slowly once again gonna be in and around. So I think they're in second gear, but once again, I just think once again, Reed's in and out, Saluf too. Moore just came back. They had players just coming back and they had players just down. So once again, they're doing good for what's happening right there. And once again, like the midfield trio, I think is the one of the best holding midfield. I know like Atleti, we have Zapata and Manny, and then also Calvary, they have Gutierrez and they have Trafford. But I just think the Young and Toussaint like holding like that midfield is just crazy. So
They just complement each other so well.
that's it. And Young is now once again he scored again, so he's getting on the end of things. So you know what? Yeah, they beat Valor like 3-2. Yeah, and so once again they're just gonna keep plugging away. They're gonna still they're gonna be getting wins. They're gonna be getting draws. They're one of the best teams. They're still one of the most complete teams there, even though they had some injuries. So they're like all compliments to them. They're doing. I thought they would be. I wouldn't say that I thought they would struggle a little bit, but I thought they would like especially after the injury to Nyom. I thought they would like I would say maybe just like slow down the momentum because they did have knocks to players, but kudos to them. Like they're just they just keep plugging away. So they're doing well. Can't complain. Um Vancouver, yeah, it's a bad boy team. That's like I have love for them. Their players are liking everything else. Once again, they just look like they're gonna fight for every single point. They look like they're going to fight. Once again, you just kind of see a little disjointedness here and there. Once again, it's still a new team, expansion team, but once again, they have one of the best goalkeepers in the league. The back line, I think, too, well, is one of the best in the league. So they have that defensive presence. So once again, the attackers are going to find their form, and attackers, give a good attacker 5 out like 10 chances. Like if he's good enough, he'll start scoring, and if he doesn't have to worry about the back and just worry about the front with the scoring, like it's gonna be good. So they're doing a good job over there. Everyone's playing their role. Midfield, Dyer, Vitar is also getting more involved here and there. Verhoeven too, because once again, he's a road runner. Always liked him since he was in Atletico, and I really think him coming back and him now starting, he's going to be a very key because once again, when it comes to running with the ball, and like do something unpredictable, he's there too. So they have an ace two coming back. So good team to look out for, good jerseys. Can't say anything else. But
Yeah.
them being third here, them being third on the so far as I'm like, that's very impressive. So they just have to keep on momentum. Like every game is a cup final. Every game is a cup final. Um, Forge. They are still in first gear. They win the game in hand, now they're second. And then it's like where they're supposed to be. All their players are performing. They just got they got a transfer. They signed him earlier, like the Ghanaian attacker, Apoma, I think, and he like the last minute assist to Kwesi Poku was crazy. Like got it off the chest straight there. So now they got their other attacker back. I don't think Campbell played. I think he might have a knock. So him not even getting going, him not really even being featured right now. Once they get out of second gear and everything else, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be like they're they're just gonna be starting
They'll
minutes.
they'll
They're gonna start
quickly get
seeing,
back to where they're supposed to be, and then just start rolling.
that's it. They're just leaking in some unfortunate goals. Once again, like they've had Henry for a long time. So now with the new keeper too, he's done well too. But once again, it's just kind of like I would say trusting each other and like playing with each other more. But they're gonna get better. We know Forge, they're gonna be up there too as well. So it's just once they get out of the second gear, that's gonna be scary for the league. So once again, all the other teams have to get on their P's and Q's but so far it looks like they've not been figured out. They've not been figured out. It's just once again, because like every time they look going forward, every time they look like going to score, even if it's games. I think the only game was against, was it Vancouver, where they did not look themselves, and against us. But apart from that, same old Forge. The ops, York. Um, New coach, new manager bounce.
It's real, man.
It's
It
real.
hit
It's
the
real.
CPL.
It is, it is. And two, that was their least impressive game in Ottawa. Because we've seen them against Ottawa and then they came with the 3 points. So kudos to them. And once again, Wright has continued his good form. Looking across the line. Just hard workers, you know what I'm saying? They do it. It's like it's either they win or they lose. That's the thing. It's a yo-yo. So let's hope like this next win just keeps catapulting them and they can get a few ones, because once again, this league, you win 2 games in a row, you're in a different position,
Yeah.
except for certain teams. But once again, you just have to win the next.
Even a couple wins for them would take them off the bottom.
I'm I'm telling you right now. But once again, like they just need to keep on the trend. And Babuli's he's injured, and I think they have a couple injuries too as well. So once again, like once they're at full strength with the new coach and everything else, we'll settle. Once again, this league, it's like once again, your players will come, they'll turn up, and you're like, yo, this is the team. Next thing you know, like is a completely they look like amateur the next time. So once again, the coach just needs to don't like just put it in their heads, no complacency. That's it, no complacency. Because once again, all you need to do is win the next game, win 2 games in a row, and then next thing you know, like, oh, we're going for the top. So once again, they looked good, they looked okay. Once again, if these first 2 games have kind of been like they have just let in that odd goal. But that Cordova guy, that guy is sick. And Matthew Peru too. He didn't even start, but he looks like a talent too. And then they had the center back Leon. Um um yeah, he didn't start, but he looks like they look like they have some good players too. So once again, they
There's some
play.
pieces there to build around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they just have to like once again, I would say get the middle sorted out and get the complacency out, and they should be good. Um, Calvary are still in a rut.
At what point does it stop becoming a rut? And this is just who they are.
No, they're too good. They have they
Are
have
they though?
they have good enough players. They have good enough players. They have good enough players. I just think that yeah, we'll just give it the next 5 games and then we're gonna call it what we see it. because once again, it just looks like it's one of those like teams that was built. Once again, they had their top scorer who they planned to have for the whole season, and then something happened. So once again, like recreating 10 goals in this league, manufacturing is quite hard. So losing that once again is very big. Musi too, he's still out. So those are two big pieces. And but like so Wojciechowski once again, he's looking good. Shaw's getting involved too as well. Um, Once again, Camacho, I need to see more. I didn't see the last game, but once again, he's just kind of like, to be honest, he just reminds me of Santi Cazorla from everything. Like the two-footedness, the feistiness and everything else. So he just kind of, I would say, needs to be more involved. So maybe playing him deeper, switching stuff around. But once again, I'm not the coach. They're the ops. But once again, like I really think once they get on the road too, they're a 1-0 team. They're a 1-0 team. And once they start getting more involved, like and they start making it click, it's going to be a dangerous sight. But like once again, we saw how Halifax was last season towards the end, where they just clicked, and then every single game was wow. They have the potential to like go 7 games straight, win, and then it looks completely different because once again they've beaten everybody else. They've taken points of everybody else. So now it's like, let's see that. Let's see how they get there. Let's see. Let's see. Bala,
Man, they're just leaking goals like it's nothing.
bro, they like 20. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like to concede 2 goals a game is nuts.
That's the thing, but it's so much better than how it looked after that week of hell they had in
Yeah.
Ottawa. They have that Portuguese guy. He looks sick. Their striker, the Aussie how do I'm not going to like, I don't want to like butcher his name, but they have the Aussie striker up front. He's I think he has like 5 goals too. He's looking good too. Um, they still Williams is still nowhere to be seen, and that's your talisman too. And he's like, yeah, Swivel, sorry. Hundel finally got into the goals, one on each end. That's tough for my guy, but once again, they still haven't have their full team in, and they're looking good. They're looking okay. They're looking decent. They're scoring goals. Once again, they just need to like put a lid on it. I swear they've had like three goalkeeper changes this whole season. Like there's no consistency.
I mean, you see it everywhere. When you don't have that number one goalkeeper that's playing with confidence, it messes with the whole team.
That's the thing. So once again, they just need to get it all together and just keep moving. And then lastly, it's Halifax. So
Well, then the nuts thing is Halifax have conceded less goals than Ballard,
yeah, they
like
just don't.
considerably less.
Yeah, they just don't score. They
Yeah,
just don't score.
bro, put
And
me up top. I'll do a job. I can press. I can press from the front. We're good.
no, I'm really looking at Halifax, and then I'm just like, you know what? Like somebody needs to apologize to whoever they offended because
No,
they
bro,
need
this
they
they
need to
need to
pick it
dig up
up.
that center circle and see if there's a coyote buried there or something. Like there's some
That's what I'm
voodoo
saying.
going on.
That's what I'm saying because I'm like, there's no way because once again, they were supposed to be the team to take it to the next step. Because imagine you said 10 games in, Halifax were the top of the league beginning of the season. You'd be like, okay, I kind of see it. Like they're gonna move on. So most of the players that had a big season last side stayed. So I'm like, okay, but it's not looking good. And it just when you look at it, it's just like there's so many questions, and the answers to the question are on the pitch too. They're there, they have the players, the quality, but it's just like, yo, guys, just figure it out once again because they haven't touched the win. 10 games is
So
crazy.
how long has it been since their last win? Obviously, they
Yeah,
haven't won
yeah,
one this year, but dating
yeah,
back to
yeah.
last year, how long?
Shout out Eddie. Eddie will have the answer. He keeps check on X. Follow Eddie. Like he'll let you know. Like it's bad. It's bad. But once again, it's only 10 games in, but once again, it's still 10 games in. And like when you look at the next game, like, do you have confidence that they're gonna win? No. You might think they come out with a draw and saying that, like now my man, every 3 points is precious because once again, you're supposed to be towards the top. You're supposed to be around where I would say Forja right now. Sorry, with Pacific, where Atletico are right now. You're supposed to be like, I would say third. That was the expectations up there, challenging to try push on. It's not happening, Kazi. So back to the
Man,
drawing board.
we need to get some relegations and promotions going on in the CBL.
Brother, let me tell you something. Some teams looking peak.
It'll be a long day for some teams.
It's gonna be a long day. But anyway, once again, it's for these guys to figure it out. But once again, just whoever you guys offended, man, just apologize. They're gonna send a circle. They're gonna show you exactly where they buried the coyote, and then you guys can start winning because it's tough for you, man. But hey, at the end of the day, it's still lonely at the top. We're gonna keep singing that until it's not true. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it. But I'm just gonna shout out some standout performers so far in this league so far for the weekend. And we've had a lot, some keepers here, but Mateo, once again, crazy. Like he looks like he looks
I'm not
like
exaggerating when I say he is the best left back in the league,
no, no,
like without a doubt.
no, that is. But the problem is that like he does more, and it's like everywhere he's going, he's like he's he moves the ball, he progressively moves it up and down, like special player, and he's just getting better every single game. Once again, like I would say just the left side is kind of lacking, which he kind of really show his extent for attacking wise. But once again, he's got a couple assists. He's I would say he's pushing. So once again, he's been a standout. Bali Banga once again. He just diving header, skillful. He makes everything happen. Great player, one of my favorite in the league. But like he does it like, and even like when he lost against Atletico and I saw him, he was kind of annoyed with his performance once again. So he's just kind of looking for greatness, looking for out there, looking just to keep pushing. So what stand out. And then the last one has to be right. I mean, revenge tour settled. He's scoring the goals, linking up the play. He's looking like their most dangerous man, scoring from the angles, creating from different angles. This is the player we all know. So that's another standout. But once again, it's a good week. Good week for some teams, unlucky for some other teams. But we go again. So yeah, guys, once again, thank you guys for just tuning in. Once again, CPL episodes every single week on Spotify. Join up. Noah, you run us off, Noah. You ended up. You ended up.
All right, guys, you know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify, go ahead and follow it. Give us a like, give us a 5-star rating. Follow us on all the socials. Follow us personally on all the socials. We're making moves. It's a big year. I know we're halfway through, but it's a big year. Things are happening. You're gonna want to stay tuned. Some big things are in the works.
You want to call this? Want to call this July 1st? This is our transfer window. This is July 1st. This is the start of the year. All right, guys. Once again, you heard Noah. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.